What's up, everyone? Welcome to Astrological Tarot. My name is Sorik, and I'm going to be bringing you an astrology-themed spread for your October 2022 predictions. This spread is going to be based off of the houses in an astrology chart, so it's going to be a 4-card spread. It's the ACIC-DC-MC spread that corresponds to houses 1, 4, 7, and 10 in the astrology chart. They're the angles, they're the most sort of significant and active houses that cause a lot of busyness. So we're going to see which areas of your life, what's going to be going on in the busy areas of your life this month of October. Okay, so for pile 1, we will have the citrine crystal. For pile 2, we have the black tourmaline. And for pile 3, we have the selenite bar. So, take all the time you need to pick which pile you would like. If you want to listen to more than one pile, you're always welcome to. So I will give you a moment here to decide, and then we will proceed with the reading. You can always pause the video if you need more time to choose. Hello there, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. If you picked the citrine crystal, that's going to be the reading for you. So, we are going to do what can you expect in your life for the month of October. Now, I'm going to be doing a 4-card spread based on the houses in the astrological chart. So this spread that I'm going to do is going to be called the ACIC-DC-MC spread. So in an astrology chart, the houses 1, 4, 7, and 10 are at the angles of the chart, and they're considered the most active and more like visible, noticeable activity houses in a person's life. So the concept behind this spread is that we are going to find out, your AC card will tell you what the AC card will tell you how you are going to feel for the month of October. The IC card will talk about how your home, family, private life will be. The DC card will talk about your relationships with other people. This could be anyone you have close relationships with, friendships, romantic partnerships, business partnerships, anything where you're working with someone one-on-one. And then the MC card will show your kind of your public life, your outer sphere, what your reputation might be like, what your workplace might be like, whatever it is that you do that's kind of public knowledge about you. Alrighty, and we are going to be using the Wild Unknowns Pocket Tarot. This is a new deck for me, and I am loving it so far. I have 2 other decks from this author, Kim Kranz, I think is how you pronounce their name. But yeah, I'm a big fan. So, let's get started with pile 1's AC card, please. Pile 1's AC card. AC standing for the Ascendant, by the way. Pile 1's AC card, please. Ooh, we got the Tower reversed. Alright. Oh, we're not going to take that. That's too many. Pile 1's IC card, please. Messy. Alright, can we please get a card for pile 1's IC? That's the 4th house. That's going to be what's happening in your private life, your home, your family, your roots, your inner sanctum. Card for pile 1's IC, please. We have the 6 of Wands. Alright. Can I please get a card for pile 1's DC? It stands for descendant. That's going to be your relationships with other people, close friendships, one-on-one business partnerships, romantic relationships. How is pile 1's DC going to be for the month of October, please? We have the 4 of Wands. And can we please get the MC card? Okay, that came out real fast. And we have the 4 of Swords. Okie dokie. So, let's start with the AC. Okay, so we have the Tower reversed as your Ascendant card. So, with the Tower reversed, I get the impression, pile 1, that you might be, during the month of October, struggling to break free from something. You might have been in a position for a while where you feel tension, like really building somewhere up in your head. You might be trying to make changes in your life. You might be trying to break out, go for something new, but in order to do that, you have to let go and let something in your life dissolve. And this may, because the Tower is reversed, this may have been something that you've been putting off for a while. It might be something that you're aware of and are consciously choosing not to engage with, or it might be something which is building and you're just not aware of it yet. However, either way, something in October that you'll be dealing with in your personal sphere, in yourself, your mind, your body, maybe even your energy or your vitality, there might be a big change coming, a big restructuring. And the Tower reverse could mean also that it's an internal sort of tower moment and not like something external that's going to shatter, but you might be holding on to certain beliefs or ideas about yourself or the way you take care of yourself that are going to be changing in the month of October. And even though tower moments can be scary, even terrifying to deal with, it's like when a volcano erupts, even though the trees in the vicinity might get scorched and they might look barren for a while, that barrenness is always inevitably overtaken again by life. Plants start to grow there, bugs and animals come back, and eventually the forest rebuilds itself. But the forest can't rebuild itself until there's somewhere to rebuild upon. For your IC card, we have the Six of Wands. So, the Six of Wands in your home, family, life, private sphere, you might be achieving new circumstances here that you've been thinking about for a while. Maybe there's certain ways you want to reorient your home to make it more the way you feel it should be, and you may be able to successfully make those changes during the month of October. Or you may be transforming. You might be transforming something in your home. A makeover, perhaps. Makeover to make it more the way you want it to be, more in a way that allows you to blossom. Six of Wands in the sphere of home, private life, and comforts could also mean that you get to enjoy some sort of victory in regards to your private life or private sphere. I'm hearing movie marathons. So you might be getting to have some sort of like social time to yourself in your home. You might be able to invite friends over if you haven't been able to do that in a while. And you might engage in movie marathons or some other, I don't know, like warm, cozy feeling activities that give you a sense of revitalization, you know? And I'm sort of getting that too with, we can also talk about the DC card. The Descendant card is the Four of Wands. So taken here, I think your relationships with other people, the Four of Wands is usually a card that talks about, you know, happiness, good home, good times. It's like, it's things to celebrate, having things to celebrate. So maybe you'll revamp your home and then invite friends over to celebrate in your new place. You know? Celebrate with a nice movie marathon. Oh, and October's coming up, so, you know, maybe you'll catch some spooky, scary Halloween movies. Maybe some horror films if you're into those. If you're having talks of business partnership with someone, or if you're dealing in one-on-one extended relationships in your work life, you might be feeling some victories here. You might be getting your way in such a manner that it will help put your mind at ease, because the Four of Wands can also indicate putting your self in greater comforts. Sorry, the Six of Wands down here, because the IC is also the things that make you comfortable. So perhaps the victories that you have in your dealings with other people will help successfully give you a greater feeling of comfort in your life. Well, let's see. The MC. In the work sphere, you have the Four of Swords. And in this, the Four of Swords, we have this lovely little lamb with a sun shining on its forehead. So in this, for your MC, which is your midheaven, that's your career, public life, what you do when you're out and about, what you do when you're in the workplace, or it could be any sort of public activities that you're known for. So if you volunteer, if you make art, if you're involved in the community, any of that public stuff will be indicated by this card. So in the month of October, I'm seeing the need for a retreat from your focus on all of these career and public things. and a need to focus in on yourself, on your home. I feel like you have been putting a lot of mental energy towards your career life in the recent few weeks or months. Maybe you've had a lot of changing situations at work because the suit of air, the swords is the suit of air, and air indicates lots of movement, activity, shifts, busyness, right? And so with all of that busyness comes tiredness. So you might be feeling tired this month of October. And instead of putting all of your energy into making your work life work, you might be saying, okay, we've been doing a lot of energy here. Now let's balance by putting energy into self-care, into making my home environment more beautiful, not just making my work environment more functional. Or you might be saying, I've been giving enough to other people in my public way, in my public life. Maybe you've been going out to lots of social excursions with other people, going to events with them. And here you're saying, this month I think I'm going to take it more chill. I'm going to reel it in. I'm going to keep it centered. Oh, and I also just realized, let me interpret these two together, because this is like the self side and this is like your relationships with other people. And so when you think about with yourself and with other people, these are two very different energies here. So what I'm seeing is that because of a new psychological shift you make, maybe on your own thoughts and feelings, your own perceptions about a situation, your own ways that you are valuing a situation, going forth and having this tower moment here in your personal mind might be what allows you to enjoy this feeling of victory and celebration with other people. Because there might already be a lot to celebrate in your life with regards to your loved ones or the people that you interact with. They might already have great things going on, but maybe you've been too caught up in nervousness and tension to really like see and appreciate it. So that's my advice for you this month. And then, well, actually, that's my analysis of how this month will go for you. And then I'm gonna roll the Astro dice so that we can get a little advice for you to finish off your reading with. Okay, what can pile one expect? Or what's pile one's advice for the month of October? What's a way that they can help themselves this month? And in doing so, help everyone around them. Okay, we have Venus in Taurus in the 12th house. Okay, so astrologically speaking, Venus in Taurus, Venus likes to be in Taurus. Each of the planets in traditional astrology, so that's the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, the 7 traditional planets, each of the planets rules 1 or 2 signs of the zodiac. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. So Venus in Taurus, that's one of Venus's houses. She likes to be there. She's comfortable there. Venus in Taurus is our cottagecore friend. It's our person who sets up their own personal area and has it nicely filled to the brim with resources that are perfectly for them. It's like Shrek. Shrek when Shrek is in his swamp. He's comfortable there. The entire environment is perfectly suited to him. However, this Venus in Taurus is in the 12th house. The 12th house is the house of dreams, the subconscious, self-undoing, grief, sorrow, the mystical side of life, the spiritual side of life, the dissolving of material bonds. It's related to spiritual liberation and other subconscious hidden secretive things. It can also be associated with sex and sexuality. Vedic tradition associates the 12th house with the bed, and therefore with the pleasures therein. Bed pleasures is the phrase that everyone likes to throw around. So Venus and Taurus in the 12th house. This might mean the advice for this might be taking great care that you get your beauty sleep. Because the 12th house is about sleep. Venus in Taurus appreciates the necessity of rest, relaxation, self-care, making sure that you're eating enough food for yourself, making sure you're getting the kinds of foods that you enjoy, that make you feel good, that make your body feel good, making sure that you're doing the little things that you can to make yourself feel good in your body. And in doing so, because the 12th house is not a bodily house, the point is that Venus in Taurus is going to do all of these physical things, but with the goal of making you feel spiritually settled. In taking care of the body, you will help yourself be in a space to receive greater clarity. Maybe if you take good care of yourself and establish like a before bed routine of like, I don't know, putting on lotion. I know some people like to do skincare. I'm not a big skincare person. It's hard enough for me to just do my lotion. But if having a skincare routine before bed is what helps you get in the space to receive, like good dream vibes, dream messages even, then maybe try doing that this month. Consider a before bed routine is my advice to you this month. Consider routines of care and nourishment to yourself. Whether that means maybe cooking for yourself more often, if you can do that. That's a great way to do that too. Alright, pile 1. That is my advice for you for October. Please take care of yourselves and have a lovely day or night whenever you're watching this. Bye-bye. Hi there, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. If you pick the black tourmaline crystal, then this is going to be for you. So, pile 2, what we are going to be doing this reading, I'm going to be giving you predictions for the month of October, and to do that, I'm going to be using a 4-card spread. The 4 cards are going to be based on the houses in an astrology chart. They're going to be the AC, IC, DC, and MC. And in an astrology chart, those correspond to houses 1, 4, 7, and 10. House 1, the AC, stands for Ascendant. That's going to be all about you. Your personality, your appearance, your voice, your face, your mind, your personality, your behavior, everything all about you. What are you going to be up to in October? The IC, which corresponds to the 4th house, that's going to be all about your private life, your private sphere, what's happening with your home, your family, your rest time, things that make you comfortable, things that you do in private, things that you might do artistically. The DC stands for descendant. It corresponds with the 7th house. This is going to be all about your relationships with the other people in your life this month. So in October, what are you going to be dealing with in your close friendships, your one-on-one relationships? This can be romantic relationships, it can be business partners, anything where you're dealing with another person on an extended one-on-one basis. And then the MC card, or the 10th house, also known as the midheaven, that card's going to tell us what's going on in your public life, in your public sphere, what's happening with your reputation, your career, your workplace, or what you spend a lot of your time doing. So if you do a lot of, public, like volunteer work, community work, organizing, or anything that you are sort of like known for doing that's not like in your personal life, that's up here in the MC. So, without further ado, let us pull 4 cards for your month of October. This is the Wild Unknown Pocket Tarot. It's from Kim Kranz, I think is how you say her name. I have 2 other decks from this creator, and I love them both dearly. Where this Pocket Tarot is new, and I'm loving it so far. I love the way it fits in my hands. Alright, let's see. Can we get an AC card for pile 2, please? That was fast. Alright, AC, we have the 5 of Wands. Alright, can we please get an IC card for pile 2, please? An IC card for the month of October for pile 2, please. A card for the IC for pile 2, please. We have the 5 of Swords, and now we have the 6 of Swords. Oh, my apologies. We have the 5 of Wands, and now we have... Okay, so we have the 5 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. Sorry, I had to double check a little bit because I get so confused with the Wands and the Swords on this deck sometimes because I'm still new to it. I have to take a second to look, and this card's got a little bit of a dark background, so it's hard to see the hilts of the sword, but they do have hilts on them. Okay. Anyway, what about a DC card for pile 2, please? Can we get a Descendant card for pile 2? Card for the DC for pile 2. We have the Father of Pentacles, which is also the King of Pentacles in most decks. But in this deck, they do daughter, son, mother, father for the Page, Knight, Queen, and King cards. Alright, how about a card for the MC for pile 2, please? Can we please get a card for their MC? We have the Hierophant. Okie dokie. So, pile 2. Alright. Let's start with your AC card. The 5 of Wands. So, in the guidebook for this particular deck, the 5 of Wands, or I should say the Wand suit itself, the author writes that it's associated with energy that is very strong and very passionate, but is still mostly contained within the mental realm. It's internal, and it hasn't been externalized yet. And the 5 of Wands is a card of conflict, traditionally. It can be conflict, competition, ambition, energy, entering a sort of environment where multiple things are competing for attention. So for the month of October, pile 2, you might be feeling like there are lots of different things competing for your attention. You might feel scattered to the four winds, or the five branches in this case. You're gonna not know what to deal with. It's going to be difficult to find a grounds to focus, because you're just going to want to do so many things. One thing that can be helpful is when you have too many things to do and you're lost in the whirlwind of energy around you. A great practice for this month would be to get grounded, and that's, I guess, reflected in the fact that you picked the black tourmaline pile too, because this is a stone that is often associated with protection, and the color black can be associated with grounding yourself, grounding energy, and dark colors, earth energy. So it may be helpful for you to get into a practice of centering yourself, taking time to calm down, consolidate your mind, so that you can really prioritize for yourself what you are doing. And I can see this is reflected as well, and I'm not talking about your MC card yet, but you've got two fives here, the Five of Wands and then the Hierophant, which is also a 5. So the number 5 in numerology can be associated with Mercury in the Chaldean system. And so mercurial energy is very all over the place. Mercury wants to do this, that, and the next thing. They want to do it all at once, and then they don't want to do any of it at all the next week. Because that's the energy of Mercury. It's to be versatile. It's to be multifaceted. It's to play every angle and have lots of irons in the fire. But if you keep doing that, eventually you get so scattered that you can't finish anything. So, again, calm, center, ground yourself. If you can get yourself into any sort of meditation practice, if that's what you're into, starting or restarting a meditation practice might be something that I hear for pile 2s. If not that, get yourself outside and go on a walk if you can, if that's a thing you can do in your area of the world. Go outside. Step on some dirt if you can. Walk barefoot outside in some dirt or some grass. Make sure it's safe first, of course, but like, just get in touch with earth energy, because if you're all up here in your head in the internal realm, you're gonna psych yourself out. So just take some time, calm down, get grounded. And because we have the Father of Pentacles here on the DC card, and that's the element of earth is associated with Pentacles, other people in your life might be helpful to getting you into this energy, but I'll get to that when we talk about that. First, let's talk about your IC card. The IC is correlated with the 4th house. That's the most private part of the chart. That is your inner sanctum, your home, your family, things that make you comfortable, what your roots are, what your foundations are. Everything that's quiet. This can also be a place where artistic inspiration comes from as well. So, for this, you have the 6 of Swords. Now, the 6 of Swords did I show this card earlier? I don't remember whether I showed you the Five of Wands, but if not, here you go. My bad. Anyway, so the Six of Swords. Oof. Is that visible? Can't tell. Okay, anyway. Six of Swords. So, the nice thing here about this card is that it's very visually evocative, of course. You got a pile of 6 swords down here at the bottom, and they're in this, like, black and white, really dark, muddled up area so that they're all bunched on top of each other. And you can't really tell what's up, and, like, it's sketchy here. It kind of looks like rain or, like, a, you know, just a thick cover. And then you have this perfectly clear, beautiful rainbow out here. And that's what the Six of Swords is about. The Six of Swords is gonna say, hey, guess what? There's a light at the end of this tunnel. There's a rainbow at the end of all of this rain. Things may have been dark and gloomy in your personal life for a while. Maybe you've been facing a lot of conflict in your private life, in your home, maybe with your family. Things may have been sharp, pointy. Sharp words may have been exchanged. People may have been at ideological crossroads. There may have been disagreements, discomforts in recent times. But in the month of October, you're getting a break from all of that. It's time to move forth to better, clearer fields. The Six of Swords is a card of transition. You're moving out of this period of darkness, and you're moving toward the rainbow. I would say you might feel really tired, because it's really tiring to be in this energy, especially in the place where you're supposed to be comfortable, in your home, in your private life, with yourself. You may have been very uncomfortable. You may have been very uncomfortable for a long time. But it's time for that to change in the month of October. It's time for things to move towards a lighter place. The heaviness that may have been surrounding you is going to lift a little bit, the fog is going to rise, and you're finally going to be able to see a better time in your private sphere. So that's something to look forward to. Your DC, your descendant card, this is associated with the 7th house. This is all about your relationship with other people. This is the other people in your life. It's your close friendships, your romantic partnerships, your business partnerships, any sort of thing in your life where you're interacting with someone one-on-one in an extended sort of way. And so here we have the Father of Pentacles, aka the King of Pentacles. So, in order to help you get that aforementioned grounding energy here, it's very possible that you may seek the help of someone you know who is in this sort of like very calm, stable, mature, grounded energy. If you have someone in your life who is really like kind of like a caretakery person, but like in like a very like provider, like solid, steady sort of way. Like if you ever need like help with your car, for example, this is just an example that comes to mind. I'm trying to describe the kind of person. Like this is the kind of person who can help you when you have car trouble, or you know, if you need to go to Home Depot, like they're gonna be the ones with advice for you. If you need to get something done, if you need to borrow a drill, like this is that person in your life who is, you know, gonna be solidly there. Someone you can depend on. And someone who would probably not mind giving you a little like stern advice if you need it, if you ask for it. They're there for you. They just want you to be doing good. So if you have someone in your life like this, maybe schedule some time to hang out with them if you guys have a relationship like that. Pick a friend of yours who has that sort of vibe, who helps you feel more present in the moment, maybe can help you get into some sort of physical activity or like sensory tactile thing. Like, I don't know, if you're into arts and crafts, maybe I don't know, pottery. I'm hearing pottery class might be something you've been thinking about. Maybe, oh, Halloween's coming up for people who are in places that celebrate Halloween. Pumpkin carving might be something you could do. Make a nice jack-o'-lantern with a buddy. Maybe even plan a Halloween costume with someone. Here I'm seeing the antlers lit up in rainbow, and they're reminding me of a time that I paper machéd myself some horns. I made myself antlers out of aluminum foil and paper mache and black paper, and I hot glued them to a headband, and I went as a stag demon for Halloween. And it was super fun to make my own prop accessory with my hands like that. So maybe put yourself into some sort of like tactile arts and crafts project like that. Just a suggestion. Pair up with a friend. Maybe you guys can do a pair costume. Help each other out with that arts and crafts. Find a friend who has a hot glue gun, maybe. Alright. For your MC, this is your 10th house, your career, your public sphere, any organization or activist kind of activity you may be doing, any community involvement you might have, any sort of boards you may sit on. Maybe you're, like up in the membership of a club and you help run it or something. Any sort of things like that, that can go with the MC, the 10th house, the midheaven area. So, with the Hierophant here, in your area of public life or sphere, you may be thinking about learning something new. The Hierophant seeks knowledge, and they might be looking for like a teacher or a mentor or a guide who can help them get that knowledge. So you see the raven here is holding a key and has a bolt of lightning showing up behind it. And so you might be focusing in on a significant project that's going to significantly change like the work you do in the world, or maybe like what you're doing in your career. Maybe there's like a certification you wanted to get for your job and you've been thinking about getting it and you haven't yet. This is telling you maybe it's time in October to go out and join a class. This doesn't even have to be for work necessarily. This could be like maybe you want to become more flexible. So you've been thinking of doing some mobility training to make your joints more flexible. Or you've been thinking about getting into some yoga or some other type of movement, some CrossFit, some dance, some pole aerobics, I don't know. Anything that you've been thinking of learning how to do, learning how to roller skate maybe. Lightning here, I associate lightning with Uranus, and I associate Uranus with roller skates. So maybe some of you are going to take a rollerblading class. Maybe you're going to learn how to roller skate. Or maybe this is a work certification, or maybe this is some sort of like educational course that you're doing. Maybe you're thinking of taking a class, maybe a language class. Ravens are well known for, well, I don't know if they're well known, but they're well known to me for their ability to speak and mimic human sound. Like, ravens can and will do creepy laughter in the woods kind of thing. And they'll sound real about it too. Not like a parrot where like you can tell that it's a bird talking. Like when the raven's talking, it sounds like a person talking. That's why I love them. Anyway, sorry about that tangent. So yeah, you might want to take a language class, learn a new language, unlock a new skill. Maybe it's a class related to communication, maybe related to giving speeches, oration, how to give a presentation, how to do public speaking. Any sort of course that is going to help elevate you to speak more freely, more confidently, to express yourself, and to communicate better with people. I was saying earlier also that the number 5 is associated in numerology with Mercury, and this is also a 5 card. So I'm really seeing in October that you will be able to give yourself some time and space to focus on this. And I think maybe that's relating to your IC card being like, yeah, you're moving out of this turbulent private home family situation. And of course, when things calm down at home, it's amazing how much more mental energy we have to dedicate to learning, right? So that's what I'm seeing for you all in October, pile 2. Let's just roll the Astro dice and get you some advice to finish off with. Alright, what's pile 2's advice for how to help themselves this month of October, and in doing so, help the people around them? Okay, we have the Sun in Aries in the 6th house. Okay, so pile 2, your advice is really, I think, a repetition of this need to get grounded, because you have here the Sun in Aries. Now, in traditional astrology, all of the planets are said to rule 1 or 2 houses. And those houses that they rule, that they are called their domicile, those are the places where the planets are comfortable and they have their resources. And they're in really good, like, dignity. Like, they have all of the material they need to do their natural job as a planet. But they also have a secondary place that's even, I guess, slightly special in a different way. It's called their exaltation. Each planet has a sign where they're exalted. And this exaltation sign is kind of like going on a vacation home, where it's like, or like you're on vacation at your friend's place, you know, and your friend has done their best to like stock up, you know, the place with your snacks and make it all nice and clean for you, and they've set out like, you know, like, here, you can read my books, or you can use these, you know, pens and notepads if you need to take notes, and here's my fridge full of snacks for you. And you've brought your tools that you thought you would need, and you're limited because you don't have all of the things that you need or want when you're at home. So you're not like completely comfortable like that, but you're in a really nice place and you have a limited set of supplies, but they're really selected to help you get your goal. So the Sun in Aries in the 6th house is going to indicate, I guess, that you have a narrowed focus on 6th house topics, which is health, wellness, diet, nutrition, daily work, daily routine, pets. So your advice for October: watch your health and don't get too much up in your head, because the sun in Aries can feel like a strong need to prove themselves. So maybe they could feel a strong need to, like work real hard and prove themselves and make sure that they are doing everything. You don't have to do everything. It's much more helpful to pare down, focus on the things that you have resources for right now, and choose very precisely where can you put your energy most efficiently so that you shine. Where can you put energy such that it makes you the happiest and it makes the task itself happiest. Choose what you're doing carefully this month. Help yourself by conserving your energy. That's their advice for you. All right, pile 2, take care. I'll see you again next time. Goodbye. Have a lovely day or night wherever you are. Hi there, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the selenite bar, then this is going to be your reading for the month of October. So, the spread that I'm going to do is going to be a 4-card spread. It's going to be based on the houses in an astrology chart. So it's going to be 4 cards: AC, IC, DC, MC. And that's going to correspond to houses 1, 4, 7, 10 in an astrology chart. And so what they mean, AC stands for the ascendant, or the first house, and it's all about you. How are you going to be for the month of October? What's up with you, your health, your body, your vitality, personality, your energy levels, your behavior? It's all about you. What's up with you this month? The IC corresponds to the 4th house. It's the bottom of the chart, so it represents your foundations, your roots, what makes you stable, what gives you comfort or doesn't. Your home, your family life, your private sphere, your artistic inclinations can also be here because, they're rooted from your private experiences. So that's your IC. The DC is opposite the AC. It corresponds to the 7th house. It's the descendant. It is other people in your life. It's going to be in October. How are your relationships going to be with other people, your close friends, your loved ones, romantic partnerships, business partnerships, everyone who you interact with on a one-on-one basis, sort of thing. And then your MC corresponds to the 10th house, which is the midheaven in astrology. This is going to be all about your public life instead of the IC, which is your private life. The MC is going to be your public life, your wider reputation, what you're doing in career or work, or what you do that you're known for. If you're community organizing, if you're doing activism in your city, just anything that you do publicly that is known. If you have like an internet meme page that you're known for, that can be 10th house too. Just whatever you're doing that's in the public sphere. So we are going to get cards, 4 cards for you, pile 3, to tell you how the month of October is going to go for you. Alright, can we please get an AC card for pile 3, please? AC card for pile 3 for October. And please get an AC card for pile 3 this October. A card for the ascendant. A card for the 1st house, please. Ooh. Let's take the top one from here. Ooh, the Magician. Alright, that's your AC card, it's the Magician. How about your IC? Can we get a card for pile 3's IC, please? Pile 3's IC. we have the Son of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. In this deck, the Page, Knight, Queen, and King are instead the daughter, son, mother, and father of the suits. So you have the Son of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. Alright, we get a card for... Oh. Pile 3's DC. We have the Ace of Wands. Lovely. We have the Ace of Wands. And for your MC, we have the Two of Pentacles. Whoa. Sorry, Pile 3. My phone ran out of juice, so I had to step back and come back to this the next day. Okay, so your Ascendant card is the Magician. We've got a cute little cheetah on this deck. So the Ascendant, like I said before, that's you, your mind, body, spirit, personality, behavior. And so this month in October, you are going to be using your skills and resources to begin to transform yourself. The Magician is a 1 card, and 1s can represent new beginnings. You also have a 1 card in the DC card, but we'll get to that. 1s are birth, growth, opportunities. And so because the Magician is a major arcana card, you are in a position in October to make like a big change to yourself and the way that you conduct either maybe your personal, like, I don't know, you might make a big change to your appearance, you might start a new movement regime, you might decide to change a personal habit of yours, you might decide you want to take on a new role or a new identity in your life. And the Magician card here says that you can use the skills that you have been working on and that you have developed in order to adopt this new self or new persona. Now, in the beginning, it might feel a little fake it till you make it. For example, let's say, I don't know, maybe you want to become a hat person, just to give a very silly example. Maybe you'd like to become a hat person, and you have a particular hat that you want to wear, but you aren't sure whether you can pull off this hat. That's okay. You don't have to instantly feel comfortable doing this. The Magician card can speak to a little bit of fake it till you make it energy. And so you might find yourself like having to like convince yourself like, yeah, I totally look fine in this hat, even though on the inside you might feel a little sense of doubt, like, oh, what will other people think? Most likely other people won't think all that much. One thing I can guarantee you is that other people pay attention to you much less than you pay attention to yourself. Like, when was the last time you remembered something embarrassing that someone else did? I forget it instantly. I don't know about y'all. But anyway, so with the Magician card here, don't be afraid to go forth and try to make changes to yourself, even if it's something that you're not fully sure about or fully confident about. However, do beware that if you find yourself getting stuck in that fake it till you make it energy, you can't fake it forever. So if you find yourself getting there, maybe consider whether this goal is really the right one for you to be putting your energy into. Not everyone needs to be a hat person. Maybe you tried it out and you discovered that being a hat person isn't for you, actually, and that's okay too. Okay, so for your IC card, which is the home, family, environment, what brings you comfort or doesn't bring you comfort, your private life, your inner sphere, your inner sanctum, you have the Son of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. So this is the fastest moving knight. This is the knight that's gung-ho, ready to go, all up in their energy, forward, forward, forward movement. And this can be great if you want to get things done in your home. This can be an energy of tackling a project with great ambition. Like maybe you want to restructure a garden and there's lots of leaves that need to be swept up and removed, and fallen leaves that need to be gathered, things like that. The Son of Swords can indicate the drive and the ambition and the energy to get that done. However, the Son of Swords is also a card that can indicate a little too much gusto to move forward. It can even teeter into aggression. This energy could be you, but with face cards, we always consider the possibility that someone else in your life might be embodying this energy. So maybe someone that you live with, or someone that you have like a more like, a private relationship with, so like someone who's in your family or your close friends, as opposed to like a work colleague or something. Someone there might be trying to make something change with great tenacity, but they might be going at it in a way that runs the risk of running other people over or running other people's feelings over. Or perhaps you could be in this energy. So something to watch out for in October is the tendency to go forth into making a goal happen without consideration for who's getting run over in the way. But the positive of this is that there will be plenty of action and energy around accomplishing things in the home and private sphere. So if changes need to be made, if sharp words need to be directed, if boundaries need to be set, choose your words carefully, but do set your boundaries. This is great energy for getting things clear. Alright, in the DC sector of your chart, this is related to the 7th house, your relationships with other people. You have the Ace of Wands. So, the Ace of Wands is a lovely card to represent new beginnings, new opportunities, creative growth, spontaneity, the spark of a fire, so to say, because the wand suit is associated with fire. I get the feeling that this new change that you're going to be trying to enact in yourself on the AC side might be related to you finding new opportunities to connect with other people. Maybe in the process of the change you're making, you are going to join a new group or a club or something like that, and you're gonna meet like-minded people, so you might have the opportunity to make some new connections related to the changes that you're trying to make. Often, when we make changes in our life, we want to surround ourselves with people who are going to be supportive of that energy and who are going to help encourage us to strive for and continue those goals. Like-minded individuals can be very important to that. And so the Ace of Wands can represent you meeting a new friend. It can represent the opportunity for a new romantic interest, a new connection in that way. It could be a business opportunity for you, possibly, because the DC 7th house does represent business partners. And we have in your MC card, which I haven't gotten to yet, the Two of Pentacles. So there is the possibility that 1 and 1 over here will come together to make 2. Yet to be seen. Let me just also talk about your MC card. For your MC card, you have the Two of Pentacles. And this is a card about a flurry of energy. The traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck has the image of a man juggling two coins on it. So this card is a lot about having to balance priorities. Sorry, pile 3 got interrupted again. Let's continue. This card is about having to balance priorities. You're going to be juggling. There's going to be plenty of new opportunities coming along, and you're going to have to figure out how you want to prioritize them, how you want to manage your time more effectively, how you want to give yourself a structure in order to use them all. In your public life, this might also correspond to having limited resources. Maybe your budget is a little tighter this month. Maybe you are saving up for something that's upcoming. Either way, the Two of Pentacles is a card about, balance and priority. Balance and priority is the theme for October in your career and public life. If this is about your career, you might be in situations at work where you have to juggle lots of different projects at the same time. You might be trying to plan something, trying to complete something, trying to make new contacts. I don't know. That'll depend on what kind of job you do. Okay, so let's get your advice for the month of October now. What is pile 3's advice for October so that they can help themselves and in doing so, help everyone around them? Okie dokie. We have Uranus in Cancer in the 12th house. Okay, so this has an interesting reflection with the Knight of Swords being your home IC card, because the sign of Cancer can also be associated with kind of your home, your private dwellings, because Cancer is the crab, right? The crab stays safe and protected inside their shell. And Cancer likes to keep themselves safe and contained. They like to protect their emotional heart, and they like to keep their loved ones close. They're very selective about who they let into their inner sanctum. But Uranus in Cancer here is going to be a shakeup in those stabilities. There might be a shakeup with what kinds of things stay within your inner shell. Perhaps you might be coming out of your shell a little bit. But more likely, okay, because this is the 12th house here, the 12th house is the house of the subconscious, dreams, sleep, disillusion, self-undoing. It's the card of isolated and solitary places like, say, prisons, hospitals, libraries, mental health institutions, museums. Large organizations where people are sort of taken out of normal society and isolated for one reason or another. So Uranus in Cancer in 12th house says to me that your advice, pile 3, for the month of October is to really focus on your internal boundaries, your internal sense of self, and consider whether the shell that you keep around yourself is helping you or hindering you. Do you think that your boundaries are not firm enough, or are they perhaps a little too firm? Are they stopping you from taking advantage of new opportunities that might be coming your way? Uranus in Cancer in the 12th house can also indicate some shakeups or interruptions in regards to your eating or sleeping habits or in the things that make you comfortable. So reconsider what you're doing for sleep, perhaps, or know that there might be a greater chance of things interrupting your sleep schedule. Maybe try to plan around that. If you need to take some naps during the day and you have the ability to do that, consider some naps. Naps might be helpful to get you through this month. Okay, pile 3, that's all I have for you here today. Take good care, have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.